Hey everyone, in this video I will be showing you how to use Gemini AI API with JavaScript Node.js, and also in the end I will be showing you how you can create a REST endpoint by using Express. So from Postman we will be sending the prompt as a request, and from Gemini AI API we will be getting the response. So let's see how we can do this. So first thing, just Google AI Studio. You'll be getting the first link, aistudio.com. Click here and also make sure that you are signing in with your Google account. And to the top, just select chat. And here you will be having the option to choose models. So Gemini 2.5 is the latest model, and if you just click here, and if you want to get the template code, here you're having this code icon. Click, and here we have languages for Python, TypeScript and AppScript. So if you want the TypeScript code, here we are having that. And in case if you want that code for a different model, if you want that model name, you can just select that model and check the code. That particular model's name will be appearing over here. So our focus is on JavaScript. So to get the JavaScript code, here we are having the documentation option. Select it, and as you can see, we are having Gemini Developer API. So we are having for Python, JavaScript, Go and REST. So select JavaScript, and this is the code that we are having. So this is the normal endpoint, and if you scroll down, we are having for image generation, long context and structured outputs also. And here to the left we are having model capabilities. Just select text generation. So this will give us more in-depth about everything. For example, this is the same thing that we saw, text input, but apart from that we are having image input. We are having the streaming output, like in case if you want to get the response as a streams of text rather than getting as a whole chunk, you can use this streaming output. And we are having this multi-turn conversations like these. And next one is we are having the configuration. For example, we can pass temperature, max output tokens and stuff. And next is the system instructions, where you can specify custom instructions like this. For example, here they have made AI response to be as a cat, and they have given it a name, so you'll be getting it as a cat speaking to you in text. So there are so many ways you can just read this through, and in this video I'm just going to show it for the simple text generation, and everything is just the same. You just need to like add a few lines of code, and you can just alter it based upon your use case. So just copy this, and here I'm having Visual Studio Code. Let me just go and create a new file, which is new.js, and I will paste my code over here. So in case if you want to change the model, as I told you earlier, you can just select the Gemini 2.5 like this one. Click here, and here you will be having the model name. So I'll just copy the model name and change it over here. And for running this, we need Node.js to be installed on your system. If you don't have, you can just click on the card that is appearing on top. So for this, we must install Google/GenAI npm library. So this is the one we are having, the Google GenAI, and this also supports TypeScript. In case we want to like implement the exact same code, you just need to like make a few alterations in the syntax. The same code will be ready for TypeScript also. So we just need to install this by running the command npm I google/genai. Copy this, open your terminal, and just run this. So you'll be having the node modules and package.json files. That's amazing. Final thing that we need to add over here is the Gemini AI API key. So you can just add it as an environment variable, but this is just a demo, so I'll just directly add it over here. So to get the API key, again go to Google AI Studio. To the top we are having get API key. Select this, and here it says create API key. Click here, and we need to select the project. In case if you don't have any Google projects, you need to like create a new project over here and select it. I have a lot, so I'll just select any of these projects and just click create API key in existing project. So I'll just copy this and close. If you want to delete it, you can just delete it. So now I'll just go to my API key and just paste it over here within double quotes. That's fine. And let me just change the prompt. I will just go with 3-line poem on earth, maybe. Yeah. So for running this, it's going to be node space your file name with the extension and just hit enter. So here I am getting a warning as well as an error. So first let's fix the warning. So it says to eliminate this warning you need to put type module in package.json. So I'll just copy this and I'll go to my package.json and I'll just paste it. So I'm just adding it over here, put a comma. Yeah, so this will let go the warning. And another error that I'm getting is, as you can see, Gemini 2.5 Pro preview doesn't have a free quota tier. So basically it says we cannot use this model for free. So I'll just go with like the 2.0 model and 2.0 flash, I guess, and click this. I'll get the model name and go back and just replace this. Yeah, saving it. And if I just now rerun it, we shouldn't be getting the warning as well as the error. So that's it. I have got the 3-line poem beautifully given on Earth. So the code is pretty straightforward. We are getting the Google Gen AI from npm library. We are attaching the API key, and here this is the function, and here we are passing the model as well as contents. If you want to get other configuration, you can just check the documentation, and we're just console logging the response.text. The whole variable response will also have some metadata, so you just need to like filter, or you can just display that also in case if you want to do some analytics with that. So this is the await function, so that's why we're having the async keyword over here. So now let's see how we can use this exact same code with Express. So here we are hard coding the prompt, right? I'll be sending the prompt from Postman's request body and getting the response over there. So first thing, to create this endpoint, we need to install the Express library. So it's going to be npm I express, which is used to create our post endpoint. So we can just start with the code. Yeah, it's installed. It's going to be import express from, then double quotes, it's express. All right, next we have to create the express variable, which is going to be const app equal to express. And next line we need to use the middleware, saying we are going to use JSON data. It's going to be app.use express.json. And next thing is, this is fine, we can just have it outside our endpoint and just come here. It's going to be app.post. Here we are defining our post endpoint. It's going to be slash generate, and it's going to be async function. Since here we are having async, this is an await call, the model call, so we need to have this as an async endpoint. So it's going to be async callback function request comma response and arrow function curly bracket, and inside this we need to get the prompt. So basically we will be sending the prompt something like this. This is the body, we will be sending the prompt like this. We need to get this particular key. So for that it's going to be const, we're directly accessing the prompt, so it's going to be curly bracket. Inside that we can just have it as prompt equal to request dot body. All right, so if you are giving this exact same keyword, you need to like destructure like this, else you need to have here request body dot prompt. And after this you can just have a check condition. If the prompt is not there, you can throw the error, something like that. So now we can just remove this async function. This is good to go, and no need to call this, and remove the console log also. So we just need this part, so cut this and put it over here. That's fine. And rather than having here the prompt like this, we can just remove this and it's going to be prompt. All right, this particular variable that we are having over here. And final thing is, we need to send the JSON. You can also enclose this within a try and catch block. In case if you are going to face any errors, you can just have a condition. So it's going to be response dot JSON. We are going to send a JSON at the end, open circular bracket, then curly bracket, and inside it we're just going to have a key which is text. I'll just have it as the text, or let me just have it as response, and we have to send our variable. So it's going to be response dot text. So this is going to be the key that we get, and this is going to be the value. So that's basically the code. And in case we want to have max tokens and temperature parameters over here, you can just add it through. After this, we need to just start our Express server. So just come down. It's going to be app.listen. We need to pass the port. Let me go with 3000 and callback function. I'll just have console dot log started, something like this. Yeah, that's great. Let me just now restart it. Yeah, I'm having here started. Now we need to go to Postman. So just go here, and new tab is going to be of type post, and it's going to be http localhost colon 3000. Just add this, and we also need to add this path over here, which is /generate. After doing all this, just go to body raw, change this to JSON, and you need to just have a JSON structure like this with a prompt as well as the value of it in double quotes. Once you have added the desired prompt, you can just click on send. So this is the response that we are getting. We are having the response keyword. So if you access it dot response in the UI, you can get the value of it. So that's the video, guys. Do check the playlist of my channel. Done a lot of videos in Gemini AI, OpenAI API, and other AI tools. Check the playlist, subscribe me. Thanks for watching.